This is Bienve Marañón. I'm playing a striker, and my club is United City. I started play football when I was young, but I was talking about this many times because I come from the street. I come from a very humble family, so I don't have the chance to join to the clubs in the early age. So I play in the street until when I was 10 years old. One guy from one club, he called me to join them, and after that I was growing so fast. I went to good academic, and then after that I play as a professional. When I was 16 years old, I start getting my first salary until right now that every single year I was improving in that. So for me, I play football to enjoy, and also I play football because I take this one like my job. I want to get my salary. As better I play, better will be my salary. So that is my intention. I enjoy the game, but also we have to look for our future. Yeah, it means a lot because after Tere is not here anymore, for us it's so difficult, especially for me that I'm a foreigner. It's more difficult to go out to go to another country because as a foreigner everything becomes difficult. But now I appreciate them that they want to get me. They want to get me to play in this league, to play for this season, and I appreciate. So after Ceres, I think this is a very good chance to show our skill, and especially mine. Yeah, I think PFL is improving a lot. Every single year they improve a lot. For me, it's very sad that this season, when everything was better, we stopped. They was preparing the season very good. In January, February, they was working very hard to give us the best thing for football, and unfortunately, this came out. So because this virus, everything stopped. So for me, that is very sad because PFL was ready to do the best of them. But this okay. Now we have to look forward. We have to look for them. They are doing really good. They prepared this stadium really good with the billboard here around. I think they are doing a good schedule. They are doing everything good. So now we have to enjoy. We have to play every single game like a final because this season will be even more difficult because it's just 5 games. Will be a final every single game, and hopefully the league is going well. We are going well also. We can enjoy football.
So I'm Harvey Gayoso, 23. I play for the advanced development team. I'm a left wing back. It was 19 years ago. There was an orientation about football in my kindergarten, and I was excited about listening to the coach, and he was telling us about the rules of the game and the equipment that they use and all that. So I asked my mom to enroll me, and that's when I kind of began playing. Then I continued on playing with my uncle and playing with other clubs like Football Fanatics, and then I just progressed to playing varsity and then playing for the national team after that. It was a natural attraction towards football. I just enjoyed playing the sport. I felt most natural, and I felt most at home playing football. Whenever I'd be on the pitch, everything else outside of it is just blank to me. It's me. When I'm in the pitch, it's just me, and that's what I enjoy about playing football. I think it means a lot, especially because I stand by the whole mantra of the ADT, showing them that youth football can actually produce something in an international stage, and I think that's what this is the club. This is what the direction the club is going for, and it means a lot to me because I want to make a mark, especially in the world of football and especially in the Philippines. So this is where I think I can actually get the first step towards that goal. What I like about the PFL is that it's very competitive. You have a lot of teams, and of course everybody's trying to do their best in order to help football progress in the country. And I think I see that in all of the teams being able to prepare well and being able to get themselves ready to give a show to the Philippine football fans. Our target is nothing else but to win. We believe that we're young enough and we're strong enough and we're hungry enough to actually do something about this in this league and actually make to get good results actually.
I am Carlo Durin. I'm a striker from Cagayan de Oro and I play for ADT. Nag-start po ako maglaro ng football sa Cagayan de Oro City po. Naglaro po ako sa street po hanggang sa nagustuhan kong mag-football po. Tsaka may nakadiscover po sa akin na coach, si Coach Wing po. Na-develop ako dun sa Higala FC hanggang sa maraming opportunities na umabot sa akin. Nakapag-try out ako sa U14 national team po. Tsaka doon po tuloy-tuloy na yung journey ng football ko. Kinuha ko ni Coach Darren Hartman sa GOM Football Academy po. So, doon po ako sa kanya po ako na-develop. Tsaka marami po akong mga experience po na naranasan kay Coach Darren. Mulabas po kami ng ibang country po, Thailand, Singapore po. So, yun po. Sa football po, nagustuhan ko po dito kasi ito po yung passion ko po. Gusto po kasi pangarap po kasi maging professional na football player po at saka maging part sa Azkals po. Saka sobrang laki na opportunity na nandito ako sa ADT ngayon kasi ito na yung chance na mabot yung mga pangarap ko. Pasalamat ako sa mga tumutulong ko ngayon kasi patuloy pa yung suporta nila sa akin. Especially yung guardian ko po na tumutulong ngayon. Siya po yung patuloy po na nagsumusuporta sa akin hanggang ngayon po. Siya po yung inspiration ko, pati po mga kapatid ko. Gusto ko po dito kasi pangarap ko po talaga maglaro dito sa PFL. Bata ko talaga gusto kong makaano. Ngayon, dito na ako, sobrang saya po. Ngayon, nakasama ko na yung mga idol ko, sila RB at saka mga ibang malalakas mo na kasi matagal ko lang gusto sila ma-teammate po. Ang goal ko this season po is mag-improve ako dito sa ADT. Marami akong mga ma-develop ako at saka syempre po gusto po naming manalo sa PFL po.
My name is Miggy Clarino. I am 23 years old. I'm a central defender for UCFC. I started playing football when I was earliest, I think 6 or 7 years old. I grew up in a footballing family, so I used to watch my siblings play. And then from there, parang na-carry on na lang yung pag-pass on ng kung paano talaga maglaro ng football. So sa kanila talaga ako natuto. I continued playing football because I found the purpose doing it, you know. I wanna inspire other people. I wanna inspire the younger generations na you can really achieve anything you want as long as you believe in and as long as you work hard for it. It means a lot, you know. It has been my as a kid who grew up in the Philippines. It has been a dream for me to play with the players who has been representing the country in the Philippines and also the team outside the Philippines. It means a lot to me playing alongside the senior players and the newcomers. You know, it's a challenge for me to learn from it and get the most out of it. It's really competitive. A lot of players they want to prove something. No matter what team you are in, they're really competitive. They're really hungry for the #1 spot for the AFC Champions League. So yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good league. My goal is to help the team as much as possible. Kung mag-start man o hindi, I'm gonna give my 100% for the team. For now, our goal is to get that #1 spot and to play for the AFC Champions League.
I'm Eric Minmiganto from Mako, Davao de Oro, a forward from Kaya FC. Nag-start ako sa province namin sa Mako, Mako Davao de Oro na siya ngayon. I started when I was grade 2. Na-invite ako ng mga cousins ko and then doon nag-start ang lahat. Nung una, just for fun, pero ngayon naging passion ko na to eh. So, walang football, parang manghihina yung katawan mo eh. So, para sa Kaya FC, proud na proud ako kasi ito ang team na to na sumuporta sa amin kahit na down na lahat. Hindi kami iniwan, so thankful ako na nandito ako sa Kaya FC. Siguro sa masasabi ko, malaking tulong yung ginawa ng PFL, lalo na yun nga, yung football, hindi ganun kasikat na sports, pero napatunayan na kaya ng PFL mag-provide ng league. At ngayon nga, magsa-start na this coming month, so magpapasalamat ako ng marami sa PFL also. Isa lang yung target ng team, to get the championship and maglaro sa AFC Champions League. So yun, expect nyo na ibibigay namin ng lahat sa loob ng 90 minutes. Sa 5 games na yan, magkakasiguro kayong magiging masaya kayo sa papanoorin nyo sa Kaya FC. Para sa akin, lahat naman challenging, pero di natin mawala yung United. Siguro yun yung kumbaga magiging mahirap na kalaban, pero alam namin na may bubuga kami as Kaya FC and may makakaya kami.
I'm Dini Ouattara, goalkeeper of Mendiola FC. Football is one of our first sports, and we really have like a football school, academic. So I start my beginning there in my country. I get inspiration from old players like Didier Drogba, Salomon Kalou, Gervinho, Sylvain Gbou. So we always saw them all the time on the TV playing. So we get that inspiration, and we just enjoy. So we try to go in. As football player, athletes, everyone have a big dream to become a professional, because we saw many players on TV playing. So we get that inspiration from them. So my dream was how to be as a professional also. To be honest, I'm really thankful to be as player of Mendiola club, and I'm happy to be in PFL also. Mendiola for me is like a family, not as a team. It's like a family. I can say right now with Mendiola FC, we are doing very great things with our principal coach, Coach Dan, and Coach Niboy. They have a lot of experience. They try to give us the knowledge on the fields, and we accept to work hard and learn from them. And I'm gonna say we really have good motivation this year than last year. As you know, we are a new team, but with a big dreams.
Hello, I'm Jim Ashley B. Flores. I'm a winger, forward, striker, and I play for Mendiola FC 1991. I started playing for Laguna Football Federation. I grew up sa Cabinti, Laguna. It's a small province sa Laguna, next to Quezon province na. Hindi ko talaga alam kung paano nag-start pero hinuhugot lang ako ng Santa Cruz Laguna for DepEd Games. Tapos doon na parang nagbigay na sila ng scholarship hanggang sa nakarating na ako ng high school and college. Tapos kinuha ko ng Rizal Technological University. Then after that, I tried out for the national team. Nakuha ko for U19 and then yun, nagkaroon ako ng opportunity sa San Beda, binigyan ako nila ng scholarship. So that's how I started playing football. Yung ano kasi doon is to escape talaga sa poverty kasi yung family ko naman is hindi naman kayang magbigay ng tuition, magbayad ng tuition for colleges. So yun, ginamit ko yung pagiging athlete ko para makakuha ng scholarship sa schools, makakuha ng allowance, and nag-enjoy ako sa travel ng DepEd Palawan, Negros. Grabe yung experience sa football. It's a big privilege for me na ma-represent. Kasi since 2015, I represent Mindiola FC 1991 na sa second division ng UFL. And nung nalaman ko na magbubuo sila ng team for professional football, it's really big for me na i-represent sila ulit, na makapagbigay din ng opportunity sa mga younger generation na makapaglaro professionally. Kasi yung professional football, iba talaga, lahat kasi talaga magagaling. You have caliber teams like Ceres Negros, Stallions, Kaya, they're really big clubs. Tas marami kasing football player na gusto lang talagang maglaro and to show their talent sa big stage, and yun nga yung Philippine Football League. Yung gusto ko talaga yung binigay sa akin na chance ng Philippine Football League, kasi binigyan nila ako ng chance na makapaglaro, tas makita ng family ko na may napupuntahan yung ginagawa ko. Yung team goals parati ng Mindiola FC is to compete to the highest level, na every single game is very important, na ibigay namin kung paano kayo maglaro na counter-attacking football. Yun yung gusto naming ibigay sa mga nanonood, na yung counter-attacking football is effective siya.
My name is Joarin Bidia. I am a striker. My jersey number is number 24. I played for Stallion Laguna. Nag-start ako ng football ko sa Kalinog, Iloilo. Sa aming maliit na town doon, may mga coaches doon na nagturo sa amin na maglaro ng football from elementary until high school. And then when I go to college, I go to La Salle Bacolod. And then until I went here. Kasi passion ko, tapos nag-enjoy ako dito, tapos nakakapunta ka sa ibang mga lugar, tapos merong challenge, tapos sa ngayon makakatulong sa mga pangangailangan ng pamilya. Para sa akin, mahalaga itong paglalaro ko sa Stallion kasi ito na yung parang napili kong profession na sa palagay ko na makakatulong sa pamilya ko na sa kanilang mga pangangailangan. Sa ngayon, nakikita ko maganda sa PFL ngayon kasi meron na tayong malaking sponsors, tapos lahat professional na lahat, tapos meron ng mga bagong teams at same yung competition ng laro mas grabe. Ngayong season, yung goal ko at syempre goal ng team is makapunta pa din sa AFC. Pero bago nun, kunin muna namin yung trono sa PFL na first step bago maka-AFC.
Philippine football continues here at the PFF National Training Center in Carmona, Cavite. In unprecedented times, we bring you football like you've never seen it before. In the PFF bubble, the games come thick and come quickly. And for these two teams, their second game in just a few days. Kaya FC Iloilo takes on the young guns of the Azkals development team here tonight in the final game of the day. My name is Paulo Del Rosario alongside my partner Natasha Alquiros. So two teams here, Tash, that already have gotten their feet wet. They know what it feels like to play after almost a 7-month layoff. And we are in for an exciting, if not very interesting game here tonight.
Definitely. After both teams, Kaya, FC Iloilo, and ADT, coming out from match day 1 with a tale of two completely different stories. Kaya with that fairy tale start, getting the 3 points. ADT, on the other hand, losing 1-0 against UCFC.
So let's take a look at how the table looks like at the moment. So Kaya FC Iloilo takes a victory in the first match day, but now trail their rivals in the chase for the trophy by 3 points, but have a game on hand. United City FC with an impressive victory early on. Azkals development team, though, absorbed a loss the first time around, as we mentioned, but aren't at the bottom of the table with Mendiola FC 1991 getting a big loss just a while ago. As we take a look at the match results from our very first match day, as you can see the fortunes of our two clubs.
And of course, from the first day matchup, UCFC 1-0 against ADT. They were very compact on defense that allowed them to only lose to a 1-0 deficit. On the other hand, Kaya wowed us with this revamped football style, which they played their best against a Maharlika Manila FC that showed grit throughout those 90 minutes.
Absolutely. And with games like that to start us off, we're very wet in terms of appetite for the rest of the games here today. So let's take a look at what happened this morning and this afternoon. Of course, Maharlika Manila FC getting a very historic victory against Stallion Laguna FC 2-1. And Tash, a lot of people favored Stallion in that game. Our colleague Nate Berkey actually believed that Stallion would come up with a victory and actually predicted that. Of course, that came out wrong, but the United City FC doing the job, getting it 6-0 result against Mendiola, very impressive.
Definitely, we had a lot of amazing goals in those two matchups, and let's hope that we'll have the same for this third matchup as well, as we take a look at the starting lineup of Kaya FC.
Well, Kaya FC Iloilo with a familiar shape, but then remember, because of the short turnaround of games, we have a lot of changes. 4 in particular in this one. Tash, who do you think will step up that we haven't really seen early on because of how they lined up in their first game?
What's surprising actually is this lineup. There's no Panhay, no Clarino, no Felonco, and no Rota. But at the same time, that also says a lot about the depth of the squad of Kaya FC, that literally anyone can start at any moment.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of the analysts have predicted that this team in particular has the deepest lineup in terms of their bench, in terms of the starting 11, and this could possibly be proof of that, but we'll figure out whether or not it will prove to be the case here against the ADT. Taking a look at their subs as well. So you have a lot of talent coming off the bench. Joven Bedek hasn't really found his shooting boots here in the PFL yet. Of course, he only had a cameo last time around, but then big things expected from him because of his AFC Cup campaign last time around. And Jason Panhay, the goal scorer last time around, starting on the bench. Taking a look now at the ADT. 3 changes from last time around, and you know what? Everyone's still excited about how all of these kids will perform. A lot of eyes, of course, on Harvey Gayoso, who's still playing on that left side and as a left wing back. So let's see whether or not he'll prove Coach Scott Cooper right.
But a crucial change in this lineup also is having that start for Lance Ocampo. He played pretty well in the second half of that match when he was put in against UCFC. He created that one chance wherein Pintas was forced to make a save. So he gets that startup alongside with Troy Lingbo.
And of course, very talented subs as well. So you have Eric Gallantes in particular, who impressed in the SEA Games, who could come in later on and be able to create a difference. And of course, you can't really take out the possible impact of a Marvin Angeles, a veteran in this group, trying to impress for future clubs. Azkals development team in all white and Kaya FC in black. Thank you very much for joining us for the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. Once again, my name is Paulo Del Rosario, alongside my partner for tonight, Natasha Alquiros, who for the longest time was a staple in the Philippine national women's team. So it is a pleasure to be reunited with her and calling games for you as we take a look at the officials for today. Ricardo de la Cruz will be our lead official tonight. And for everyone watching around the world, whether you be Filipino or not, we're very happy to bring you the best of Philippine football. Mabuhay and welcome. And for all of our kababayans out there watching all around the Philippines, magandang gabi po. And please stay safe as the typhoon is coming here to Luzon, and I'm sure will be affected throughout the rest of the country. And we hope that you will stay safe the entire time. ADT will be playing from left to right, Kaya from right to left. Again, the second game is for both these two teams. And if you're ADT, you're happy that you have a game under your belt now, especially after what Coach Scott Cooper said before, that he felt that his team was a bit shy in that first half in their very first game in UCFC. And there we go. Kickoff started, and an early chance here, almost, from Kaya FC after what was really quick, high pressure coming from Kenshiro Daniels.
You could see the start of this matchup. Quick start for ADT. They tried to give it long and high right away. All the players really up attacking, but Kaya FC aggressive to the whistle and approach the ball carrier.
Well, the ADT showed too much respect for UCFC last time around. So with instructions from Coach Scott Cooper, you have to wonder whether or not they will take his words to heart, start the game with a bit more ferocity, and forces Kaya FC to be worried early on in the first half.
And when you take a look at the lineup as well and how they're formed, you could tell that it's more of an attacking lineup for ADT. And as Coach Scott Cooper said, that this is a developmental team and their goal is to develop every game. You saw them develop from the first half to the second against UCFC, and you can expect them to do even better in this matchup.
De Broica spreading the play around. He was the man of the match last time around against Maharlika Manila team. And for Kaya FC, they got a lot of chances against Maharlika Manila. Unfortunately for them, they only got to score one goal. And goal difference may prove to be an issue later on in the competition, especially if they end up drawing against their perennial rivals here in this competition in UCFC. So taking a look at Kaya right now, do you feel that this particular setup will be able to produce a lot of goals for them?
Well, they had, as we said in that first game, more than 15 chances. Only one was able to be turned around into a goal. They had that number of attacks. It's just that quality in the finishing, that was the only thing lacking.
Quick start here for both clubs, and I think must be one of the quicker starts in the game, in the league so far. Again, great conditions to be playing, no rain, as Kaya now making inroads on the right side. Clearance there forces a corner.
Quality intervention from ADT. Crucial moment there to stop that attack. De Broiker on that right flank gets that cross inside, but the intervention was perfectly timed.
De Broica very familiar with the players from ADT, especially with the coaching staff. So let's see whether or not Kaya can make use of this. They've loaded the box, talking about Kaya FC. Only one player out on defense. ADT quick to push out and apply pressure immediately, forcing them to go back all the way to the keeper, talking about Kaya.
And you like to see this confidence of ADT pushing their players up rather than playing so deep like in that first matchup.
That has obviously been a point that Coach Scott Cooper addressed so far, at least seeing how they lined up here as Giganto unable to reach that.
And you could see already that quick difference by the fact that they're pushing higher. They're pressing Kaya and forcing them to make those errors.
Again, we always say that ADT is a youthful team, and they're younger by a couple of years, but then if you look at the size of the players here, they match up in terms of inches, they match up in terms of size, and I am sure will be a handful for most of these veterans for the Skya team. They go back to Casas, who is one of the favorites to win the Golden Glove. He won it last time around, last season, the 2019 PFL season.
Wano just coming from an offside position there. But it's nice to see, really, finally, watching ADT play more football, playing an attacking football, pressing them, making those mistakes in the back. And what happens is that, just exactly that when they're able to give those straight balls, long balls up on top, they already have the numbers there.
Well, it is night and day in terms of their performance in the first half rather. Simply because against UCFC in their opening fixture, very tentative. They allowed UCFC to keep on attacking them, and this time around, they are at least trying to take the game to Kaya.
No team with clear-cut hold of this matchup yet. It's really been back and forth, which set up really nicely. At the start of the match, the intensity is already high. And of course, Maru Angeles getting entangled there with Rontini, showing again a bit of the physicality that they had from the first matchup.
Of course, Kaya, once again, has a lot of experience, both internationally as well. Carlisle Mitchell, Trinidad and Tobago, and a few Philippine Azkals as well. Now operating on the right side. They've been trying to exploit that. Do you see any weakness on the left side of the ADT defense?
So far, you have none but a foul called there in favor for Kaya. Their set pieces from that first day matchup was really one thing that Kaya really needs to improve on for this second matchup. But they have this golden chance here.
Well, you asked Coach Yu Hoshide last time around. They have had all the chances in the world, but were only able to convert one. So let's see whether or not the Kaya players took that to heart and will do better with their chances. Here's a chance from a set piece. Kenshiro Daniel standing over it. Again, a lot of Kaya bodies in the box, trying to trouble ADT here. Daniels with the delivery. Almost cleared away there. Casambre knocked that to his own teammate, and ADT suddenly on the break here. Is this the opener? Casas is wise to it. That shot just too tame coming from Lanto Campo.
And you can see again that difference that this team is bringing on. They're quick on the transition. They were able to bring the ball up and a shot on target. A much better start from them. The pass from Torin finding the run of Lanto Campo down the middle, keeps himself, tried to stay up but had a shot. Could have done better, but again, much better outings from these youngsters.
Carlo Dorin and Lanto Campo, very familiar with each other, having learned to play with the GOM Center of Football by our fellow analyst, actually, Darren Hartman. Marco Casambre was the player down a while ago, so they had to kick the ball out. That came after that corner. But all the players are back on the field right now, and ADT just gives it back to fair play.
But it's so refreshing to see ADT play really attacking football. We saw a lot of the physicality in the previous match and not enough football. And this time around, they're showing us exactly what they're made of.
That, again, was one of the key points from Coach Scott Cooper in the post-match press conference, saying that he felt that ADT were just trying to match the physicality of UCFC too much and never really let their football come into play. Chance again for for Kaya FC rather, on the break, attacking that right side once again. De Broica with a push from behind.
You say good job as well for this ADT side. Custodio making that run. De Bruyker pushing him from behind, winning the foul, winning again possession for this ADT side. And even that aerial battle before that, the one won by Fritz Brigoli. They have the height, they have the speed. Now let's see if they can convert.
Ocampo trying to find a through pass there, but that is cut out. ADT still a chance to apply pressure here on the right side.
Matthew Custodio also known for giving those long throw-ins inside the box.
Of course, Matt, one of the players that have changed position from college going into the ADT. Again, you had a lot of college attackers now playing in the back. Dangerous ball inside, and Kaya still trying to clear it out. Hopeful shot there. Ooh, but Michael Casas had to be wise to it.
Definitely exciting football from ADT, forcing the save from Michael Casas, and of course ended up winning the corner as well. Semen Lingbo doing well there to force a save from Casas.
Take a look at it again as Casas, well, had to read it properly, and safety first. But that will be the first corner now. Harvey Gayoso, who's the acting captain right now for ADT, who will take the corner. In swinging corner. Going to the far post. Casas gets a glove to it, but that'll be a throw in. Rather not. It'll be a throw in to Kaya.
Interesting call there. We saw a clear punch out from Casas.
Again, a much more aggressive play coming from ADT this time around against Kaya.
So much confidence coming from these youngsters as Dorin plays on that left flank.
That kid is not even 20 years old.
And how quick they are on that transition from attacking back to defense, putting on that pressure on the back line of Kaya FC.
Well, the flag has been raised, so that'll be Kaya ball. Take a quick look at that again. And right, the forward header there just coming in the wrong time. Finding Giganto on the left side now. Former FEU product. Has his shot blocked. Lance Ocampo just bullied away from the ball there. Note, either team here having a hard time getting possession of the ball. But here's a chance from Kaya, this time on the right flank. Attacking Harvey Gayoso. Gayoso gets that out.
Again, they have been relentless on that right flank. First with the Bruyker, now with Daizo. And the defense doing enough to stop that cross from happening, giving away the corner, but good defending from ADT.
Well, with the number of set pieces Kaya FC is starting to accrue, you have to wonder whether or not ADT's set piece defense will hold tight. Missing on the volley here. Chance now for ADT to attack from the wing. Lance Ocampo giving chase, but that's cleared away.
Good pressure again. Quick on the counter, this ADT squad. Lance Ocampo really has been standing out in this opening few minutes. Really, that pressure that he puts, the speed that he has. Cagayan de Oro FA would be very proud.
Well, Lance Ocampo was one of the standout performers in the last friendly the ADT had right before Army came along.
A correction there, of course, he is from Cebu.
Okay.
So Cebuanos would be very happy with his performance.
Kaya still trying to go on the move again from the flanks. That has been a focus from them, attacking on the wing. Here's a chance now on the left flank. This time trying to attack Diano. Chance in the box there, but boy, Kaya would want that back.
Rontini now.
Rontini trying to move forward. Unfortunately, unable to find any white shirt. nearing the 15-minute mark here. Again, neither team with a great possession, but Kaya finding a lot of space in either wing of the ADT back line. Ooh, fancy feet there, and a shot straight at the keeper.
The footwork of Daiso on the ball, cutting in left, right, keeping the ball close to him, getting a shot on target. Not the strongest of attempts, but a shot on target.
So far, it is Daiso, Kenshiro Daniels, and Giganto finding a lot of room on the flanks against this ADT team. As we take a look at that slaloming run there. Just a couple of fakes and the shot, but that, again, straight at the keeper. Lance Ocampo shifts it to the side. Going back to the middle now, Diano couldn't get a good cross in.
High pressure,
trying to work at the back.
high pressure being put on here by ADT, trying to force the errors from the back. All of them at the attacking half, and oh my God, on the other side, chance for a quick counter.
Well, Diano made a mistake and is punished for it. Kaya FC with the opener. Kenshiro Daniels burned him for pace.
Quality work there by Kenshiro Daniels. Mistimed header, ball falls perfectly for him. He had the space, he had the time, and he was able to find the back of the net.
Unfortunately for Diano, he will look back at that and understand that that was probably a moment that could have been avoided. Just mistimed that header. Let's take a look at that here. Again, Diano just missing it completely, allowing Daniels, who was on onside position, to be able to slide that pass to the right of the frame.
And the timed run of Kenshiro Daniels, he brought it up all the way, speedy up there with the finesse finish, exactly what Kaya was missing in that first matchup. You could see better work from Kenshiro Daniels in this game.
ADT have conceded in the first half for the second game in a row, as the ball is almost cleared to our commentary position, but fortunately, Natasha is a national team player and is able to protect me.
But the thing with this ADT, that is, of course, the downside of having all your players up on top, of pressing up high. You don't have the numbers to defend. But it was a quick counter. They deserve more than that, and I still think that they can get back in this matchup.
Attacking now on the right side, trying to find Daiso. Can he get to it? Yes, he can. Cutting inside, now in the area. Clean tackle, says the referee. Now it's a chance for ADT to break here. Who can he find? Trying to go to Lance Ocampo on the right side. Lance cuts in. Trying to break this Kaya back line down, but unable to do so. Probably a bit too slow with the final balls.
But in terms of transition from defense onto attack, a great pickup for this ADT squad. And also their strings of passes, they're having much more than they ever had so far in this league.
Pressing again, Kenshiro Daniels has to clear it.
Kenshiro Daniels, of course, usually plays as a winger for the national team and for Kaya. It's nice to see him playing that number 9 role and getting rewarded by having the opening goal in this matchup.
Absolutely, as De Bruyke tried to attack that left side. It's cleared away by ADT. Well, so far, story of the game has been which team is more incisive in the transition, and take a look at this finish again from Daniels. And that is almost picturesque there. And if you're a coach teaching how to finish, that's how you do it.
And you use that word exactly right. So far, the first 18 minutes of this matchup has literally been a game of transition. Who can create more chances and find the back of the net with the counter-attack and the quick attacks.
Casambre, again, very familiar with this group. Played with them and trained with them for the Southeast Asian Games. And again, so many bodies on one side of the field at one time. You have to feel that the team with better close control, better control under pressure, will come out on top. And I will be going for ADT, says the referee. A high boot there.
Didn't see anything too wrong with that, but nonetheless, call for ADT.
Well, Diano will try to heave this forward. Interesting to see how he'll try to bounce back from his mistake a while ago. Rontini with a header forward. As it finds Daiso, who has been very dangerous with his quick feet. Carlisle Mitchell right now at the heart of the Kaya defense.
And quick to press is this ADT team, but so far, Kaya able to maintain possession.
De Broica now charging forward, trying to find the run of either Daiso or Daniels. Gayoso trying to play it forward as well. And of course, Kaya FC able to clear it out again.
And with the quick pressure, they were able to force another error and win back possession. Hard tackle there on Gayoso.
Daiso with a foul there. Gayoso saw him coming and made sure that his body took the brunt of it. And take a look at the quick feet there and the composure at the back coming from Kaya. Diano. Playing at the back now. There are a lot of attacking players from the collegiate ranks playing in the back line of ADT, still trying to adjust, of course. As Gayoso trying to attack on that left side is forced to foul.
And it's very refreshing to see this play of lineup for Scott Cooper and ADT. They're playing 3-4-3. Gayoso now playing as a winger, which is something that he's very used to. No, defense is not really his natural position, so he gets more of that attacking effort playing at that left flank.
Again, one of the more deadly left foots in the collegiate ranks. He's trying to make sure that he has a complete game going into the pro level, talking about Harvey Gayoso, and the rest of these young players as well. So with Custodio and Diano, again, former attackers in the college level, now operating at the back. We'll try to make sure that they have that physicality that they've shown in the lower level and trying to elevate it here. Kaya getting a bit more of control of the game here. Ooh, that was a very confident move there coming from Menzi, but Ocampo just picks the pocket of Casambre, now attacking him, going left and right, but should lose the ball going down the sideline, the baseline rather.
But great effort there from Lance Ocampo. Great sportsmanship showed by him and Marco Casambre.
You know, he looks very slight talking about Lance Ocampo, but when he gets in the mood, when he finds an opening, he will try and take it and keep on moving forward, as we saw on the run a while ago.
But you could see the chance that they created there because of the relentless pressure that they were putting on Kaya. Lance Ocampo able to win that ball back, try to bring it down the line. But you like to see the confidence coming from this 19-year-old dishing it out on the big league.
Normally, one of my favorite questions to ask when you bring up age like 19 or 18 is to ask people what have they been doing at that age. But then I forget that you, Tash, have been representing the country at that age. So you would completely understand what they're going through right now. As Kaya, again, dispossessed almost on the flank once more. But here they are on the attack. Can they catch them on the break? Not that time, as Ocampo stops it and they go all the way back to the keeper.
See, that touch again by Lance Ocampo does enough to help them win back possession. It's making that extra 1% effort that really counts.
ADT just having a hard time controlling the ball once it gets into the midfield. and there hasn't been enough hold-up play as well going forward. So let's see whether or not they can adjust to it as the game wears on. But right now, Kaya have been very content to steal possession every time the ball enters the midfield or goes close to their back line.
But also what's good to see here was that quick recovery from ADT to win back possession from when they lost it in that midfield area.
Casambre trying to find Giganto, unable to, but it'll be a throw. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. It's great to have you back, enjoying Philippine football. It's great to have Philippine football back. Again, a very long layoff. And for these teams, their second game back in the league in the PFF bubble. And playing as if they're really refreshed and haven't played in a week. Talking about the type of energy that these two teams have shown so far.
And of course, when we talk about the Azkals developmental team, literally that middle line developmental, this is the best chance that they can get to develop their game, to get stronger, to be picked up for the national team, to get a chance to play abroad, is having the chance to play. They need all these match experiences to really gain momentum and become better players.
Well, they wanted a lot of pressing, and they got it, but unfortunately fouled Kaya in the process. Talking about ADT.
And a warning there for Lingbo on that challenge. Really just caught the foot of Amita.
Take a look at this. And a hand to the face of De Broica, so the referee had to call that one back. Troy Limbo so far has had a hard time holding on to the ball in the midfield. Tash, what kind of help do you think they should get him to be able to lock down the middle of the park?
I think they just have to be much more quick with their decision making, especially in that midfield area.
Now attacking on the right side again. That one's cleared away. Not far enough yet though, as Casambre will get it. Amita trying to flick that on, but that's offside.
Better pressure from ADT. Good heading, good defending from them, matching up in the air.
And that's a very tight call there, but again, from the linesman's side, probably won't be able to figure out whether or not that was the right call.
And during that first matchup, we saw how compact and how organized ADT can be on defense. Now we're seeing a different side of these players, seeing how they attack in a game, how they're able to perform playing high press football.
Kaya again, this time attacking on the right side. Trying to find Kenshiro Daniels, good stop. But the danger's not done yet. Daniels tries to flick that over, but the keeper comes out to collect.
Quincy Camerad with that important stop there. That first time touch from Kenshiro Daniels. Tried to find the back of the net, but quite easy for Quincy.
Well, Quincy spent some time in the Netherlands for AVV Zeebrugge, the under-19 team. And it's a Division 3 team in the Netherlands, so he does have a bit of foreign experience. They also missed a tackle there. Kaya again trying to attack, this time through the middle. They go to Amita. He'll try and set things up.
Calm and composed from Amita. Just swerving his way around, choosing his passes, finding the gaps.
Well, Amita has been one of the standout performers for Kaya in the AFC Cup before it was stopped due to the ongoing pandemic. Better there from Diano as he clears it away. But Menja sends it back to Casas.
And it's also
Menzi,
the
rather.
chance for ADT to test this Kaya FC backline. Again, it's different from their backline from that last matchup. Odi Menzi playing as center back. In the last game, it was Simone Rota, and on the right, it's Soriano rather than Felonco.
Again, there's a wealth of options for Kaya FC as Gayoso trying to dink the ball over, but the Kaya backline all over it, but unfortunately for them, concedes a corner.
And again, the relentless pressure that they're putting, forcing errors in the back for Kaya FC. Again, doing enough to get a corner for them.
Well, ADT have been very dangerous from set pieces. Some of their best chances against UCFC came from set pieces. So let's see whether or not they can take advantage here. ADT just lining up there for Filipino sports fans. That will look like a basketball inbound, but I can guarantee that this will cause Kaya FC some worry. In swinging in. Daiso with a clear out. They go to Giganto, unable to control that. Lanzo Campo offering pressure and cleared away.
Good effort from Lingbo to stop that quick counter. We saw what Kaya are able to do from counters.
Take a look at the chance here. Carlisle Mitchell getting ahead to that. As Daiso was the one to really clear the danger. Lingbo gives it to Diano. And Tash, you're very impressed with how Diano played at the back, especially in the SEA Games. What's so special about him?
Mostly how he's grown, especially as a local player from the UAP to the Southeast Asian Games. He had that mistimed header earlier, but if you base it on his performance in that game against United City and even now, you could tell that he's a potential national team player. You could see him have a bright future playing for the Azkals.
Simen Lingbo with the foul to give Kaya a chance here to deliver a good ball and test this ADT back line. Again, hello to everyone watching us around the world. Broadcast is in English for your viewing pleasure.
Of course, Kaya were able to score 1-0 at the 16th minute, care of Kinshira Daniels.
Chance here now for Odi Menzi to test the back line of ADT. Goes straight at goal, but that was too tame to worry Kamarad.
Could have done better on that set piece.
Carla Mitchell with a assured clearance. Of course, Mitchell, former Trinidad and Tobago international, was able to play in the MLS for the Vancouver Whitecaps before going around Asia, playing in Korea and India before finding his way here to the Philippines. Great pickup for Kaya as Menzi clears it. Campo gives it back to Lingbo. To Diano. Trying to play it forward there, and Carlisle Mitchell again with an assured clearance. Again, he's been a monster at the back for Kaya.
As we said, he was a former national team player for Trinidad and Tobago. He's had more than 35 caps for the national team.
Sambre with the clearance. And Kenshiro Daniels with the foul, just undercutting Diano.
Another good thing to note out here as well after we take a look at this replay. Sambre sending it up on top. Kenshiro Daniels just pushing on Diano while he was mid-air. As I said, is that there's a lot of local talent playing on this pitch right now. A lot of UAP standouts. For the Kaya side, they have 3 FEU players, Giganto, Amita, and Menzi.
Cleared away there, but chance here again for ADT. Yingbo sends that in, but that goes nowhere.
But you could see that ADT are hungry to get back in this game.
It's not for a lack of trying, and the only goal conceded here was due to a mistake from Mardiano. Again, Kenshiro Daniels just burned him for pace early on in the game, but ADT have been trying to find ways through, but Casas largely has yet to be tested.
And one great thing about this matchup as well is no one is really dominating this game. You could say that it's really 50-50 for both sides.
Of course, the glut of the chances, though, have come the way of Kaya. But again, to your point, Tash, it doesn't feel like Kaya have a stranglehold of this game. Gayoso offering pressure. Oh, and for whatever way, it still found its way to Daizo's feet.
That was a closer look at the clearance from Fritz Brigoli. And played with a global for a while. So he is a bit familiar with the whole league.
Well, of course, all of the players in ADT learning under the watchful eye of Coach Scott Cooper, who also coaches the Philippine national team, the Philippine Azkals. Again, with the hope that they can showcase all these young talents and get them opportunities either to some of the bigger clubs here in the country or around the region. Now attacking on the left side, Giganto on the ball here, getting the ball from his former partner in FEU, Amita. Trying to find Casambre, but on different wavelengths.
Exactly that, but you could see just a few moments of Amita so smooth on the ball, really just dancing around.
Lanzo Campo. Boy, so strong on the ball despite his frame. ADT wins the free kick as Angeles helps up Frontini.
Something familiar for both Angeles and Rontini. They started their playing careers in Italy as well.
I wonder if they talk to each other in Italian. Trying to go wide right. Boy, the first touch just let him down there. Talking about Lingbo. Now they go to Ocampo. Ocampo trying to play a little 1-1-2. Kaya trying to play out quickly, but then ADT offering pressure immediately. Almost force a mistake. Amita, though, stays cool. Casas clears away. Diano gave it straight to Giganto. And Rontini with the foul. Diano very frustrated at himself.
Definitely had that first touch. He got the possession, but his pass just really forced that frustration, gave away the foul.
Well, I don't think it was seen on a replay, but then Diano got the ball, slammed it against his own head out of frustration just a while ago. So this goes to show you where his headspace is at the moment. As Angeles plays it back to Mitchell. Moving it to the right. Trying to find a run of Daizo. Daizo on the attack, trying to find Daniels. That's just short. Danger's not away, though. Finally clears it out. Rontini couldn't control it. Trying to find the run of Ocampo. Here's a chance, but his touch let him down. Trying to find Gayoso. Now on the left flank. Can he deliver a good ball in? Mitchell with the clearance. Again, very assured at the back. He's been a rock so far.
Creating attacking chances for ADT, making chances for themselves. Another one inside the box. Mitchell with another crucial header.
And Gayoso there with the foul, trying to chase the ball on the attack. Again, as you mentioned, Mitchell with the header out. Unfortunately, it didn't go too far, so Kaya had to clear it away right outside the penalty area.
As we said, Mitchell has been crucial for those aerial battles. Again, diving header, trying to get it out of the way of Gayoso before Gayoso forces on that foul to Daizo. But that build-up The build-up of Lance Ocampo, giving it to Gayoso on that left flank, getting that cross inside. It's really just refreshing to see from this ADT squad to finally see them on the attack.
Well, already a couple of times in the game so far, Lance Ocampo has had a couple of good runs, but you have to say that there have been a couple of heavy touches early on in the move that, had it been more in control, could have been a more dangerous attack, as Harvey Gayoso loses the ball on the left side.
But to add to that, though, is that even though he had that heavy touch, he was still able to win that ball. He was still able to deliver it. So it says a lot also. Just because your first touch fails you doesn't mean that you should give up. You need to keep going, and that's exactly what he did.
If you're just joining us, it is 1-0 in favor of Kaya Iloilo FC, one of the favorites for a title challenge against United City FC. And the young ADT trying their best to make up for a mistake early on that allowed the goal. They've had a couple of chances, but you have to say, haven't necessarily applied the type of pressure that would warrant a goal. Rontini now going deep, collecting the ball, trying to look for Limbo. Goes to Diano instead. Shifting now to the left. And again, frustration there. I hope our viewers didn't hear what he did say, talking about Matt Custodio. But we heard it all the way here from the other side of the field.
Yes, definitely could have done better. Had no pressure on him.
And Shiro Daniels trying to find Daiso quickly, but ADT get it back. Tash, I know that ADT are trailing right now, 1-0, but then do you feel that this is already an upgrade from their first half performance against UCFC in match day 1?
Definitely. It's like a times 20 upgrade from what they showed us. They're really showing us they're playing football.
Oh, and a chance. Daiso right now goes down in the box. Referee and linesman said that ADT won it fairly. Now a chance for ADT to go on the break.
But defending from Matt Custodio.
Again, Custodio, a former attacker for LaSalle in the UAAP in the college ranks here in the Philippines. Showing us that he can do the work at the back as well. Shifting it around. Very methodical in the way they attack. This may be one of the more prolonged buildups of ADT in the game so far. Diano. Limbo trying to find the run of Gayoso. Durin got a deflection there, so that means it'll be a corner for the white shirts. Can they nick a goal here before halftime?
That good connection from Limbo, finding Dorin right outside the box. He had a bit of time, turned around, took a shot, forced the corner.
Harvey Gayoso with an in-swing left. See what he can do here against the Philippine Army in their last friendly. He scored directly from a corner. I remember going up to him right after that and asked him if he meant it. He said, "Chamba lang yun." That's lucky. Let's see if he can replicate that or have the skill to produce an assist. Again, Kaya are wary because ADT have been most dangerous from the set piece. Can they convert? Chance still for ADT, but the half volley way off.
Troy Limbo, he had that good first touch. He was able to set himself up, took advantage of that header, fell for him perfectly. That second ball, though, could have done better to stay on top of it.
You know, with the quality of the broadcast that we have now, unfortunately, he'll be able to relive that moment. Again, thank you very much to our production team, Sidelf Tupas especially, and Direct Glenn. We'll have 2 minutes of added time as ADT will try and even things up before the halftime break. And Kaya FC with a deserved lead, punishing the miscue of an ADT, the ADT back line. Or can Kaya double up here? The Broika let that run through, but no one was there to run at it. Camerad trying to go wide right. What a ball to Limbo, and what a tackle from Casambre. And that is offside. De Broika did not time it correctly. Probably did not expect that from Casambre.
You could expect De Bruyker not happy. A no call from him earlier, and of course deemed offside on this occasion. That was close.
Heads up play though from Casambre. Again, very young. Talk about Casambre. He spent some time in Thailand in Division 2 and has come back to the Philippines to one of the biggest clubs in Southeast Asia in Kaya FC.
And as you talk about Casambre, he was teammates with some of these players at the Southeast Asian Games last year. And he really is a player who's so young but has so much potential. As he said, played in the Thai League for China.
Can ADT nick something here before the halftime break? Just a few seconds and added time, 2 minutes to be precise.
Additional time, 2 minutes.
Confirmation of 2 minutes additional time. Onano Amita again, so creative in creating incisive passes. Now finding Daiso on the right side. Can Kaya double things up here? Stop. Kenshiro Daniels with a pop.
And Kaya quick to capitalize on that mistake from Limbo in that center mid position. His pass failed him, and Kaya quick on that transition to get a shot on goal.
Referee pulling play back here. Again, not too long before the halftime break. But Tash, your initial thoughts from both these teams?
Kaya played, of course, how they played as well in that first game. This time they were clinical with that chance on goal, took advantage, capitalized on that quick counter. ADT, you could feel that they could score at any moment as well. This is so far from game over. We really have more of a game on, and anything can happen in this matchup.
Anything can happen, and right now ADT trying to survive. Just a little pressure here, but the score should go to the halftime break. Still 1-0 in favor of Kaya FC. Long ball forward. You have to feel has to be one of the last moves of the half. Gayoso still on it. Trying to go have a run at Amita, but Amita wins out. Daiso now on the right flank. And Gayoso, boy, just chasing back there after losing the ball. That could have spared ADT another attack.
A good effort of him. You know, he lost that ball up on top. He went back straight to defend. Stopped the play from transitioning faster than it could have.
Well, you know, the pressure is different if you're a defender who loses the ball. And that will do it for the half. Kaya FC up ahead 1-0 after Kenshiro Daniels in the 15th minute took advantage of a Mardiano error to go up. Kaya FC know that they're in for a battle against the ADT. They have been attacking, they have been trying to move forward, but ADT unable to create clear-cut chances in the game so far. And of course, Kaya FC, they know that if they want to be in a great position later on in the league, they have to score more goals. They have to keep attacking. Their chief rivals just this afternoon defeated Mendiola 1991, 6 goals to nothing. Kaya have a lot of ground to make up. Even if they take a victory here, they know that they will be second place unless they get their goal difference up. But ADT, on the other hand, well, they know that points are still there for the taking. They're eager to get a victory. They're eager to prove to everyone that they deserve to be here.
Azkals Development Team, nil.
Take a look at the highlights here.
I'm Dini Ouattara, goalkeeper of Mendiola FC. Football is one of our first sports, and we really have like a football school, academic. So I start my beginning there in my country. I get inspiration from old players like Didier Drogba, Salomon Kalou, Gervinho, Sylvain Gbou. So we always saw them all the time on the TV playing. So we get that inspiration, and we just feel enjoy. So we try to go in. As football player, athletes, everyone have a big dream to become a professional, because we saw many players on TV playing. So we get that inspiration from them. So my dream was how to be as a professional also. To be honest, I'm really thankful to be as player of Mendiola Club. And I'm happy to be in PFL also. You know, Mendiola for me is like a family, not as a team. It's like a family. I can say right now with Mendiola FC, we are doing very great things with our principal coach, Coach Dan, and Coach Niboy. They have a lot of experience. They try to give us the knowledge on the fields, and we accept to work hard and learn from them. And I'm gonna say we really have good motivation this year than last year. As you know, we are a new team, but with a big dreams.
win 1-0 against Maharlika Manila FC.
Marañon, nice combination here for UCFC. Ott and Harvey Gayoso out muscles Manny Ott there on that occasion.
Chance for a quick transition, but OJ quick there on the defense, forced the foul.
That's the first booking of the match on OJ Porteria. Bailey. Pintus. Strong hands there. And got a scuffle here.
Definitely heating up at the moment. Pintos really getting two hands on it.
Porteria's in the middle together with Mendy. Mike Ott fires and he scores! Mike Ott with the opener.
You can see that he gets it mid-air, and that final touch that we were talking about, there we have it. That opening goal puts UCFC up 1-0. He hits it mid-air.
Let's see what he does here. Bailey inside the area. Wano was the intended target. Ball here from Bailey.
The speed of Bailey finding that connection of Oano in the middle, really forcing that moment with Odawara.
The delivery. Dutusme was able to get a touch. Oh! Heavy challenge.
And the physicality up on top. Oano really causing troubles.
Look at this again. It was Manny Ott, and that's
And
Marvin Angeles. No, Porteria is away. OJ. But Matthew Custodio seems to have done enough there. Delivery from Harvey.
Referee ready to blow his whistle at any moment now.
And that's it. That's the final whistle. So United City FC pick up the 3 points that they had to fashion it out the hard way. First half strike from Mike Ott.
That, and look how it just stopped so casually. So Jethro Borlongan will have a shot here. Again, hitting for Reginald Wayne Mateo. Trying to get it in between the cones. Can he win 2K? No, he cannot. Hits the Qatar Airways ad board instead. So Simone Rota will try it, this time on the other side. He's excited to try, but our floor director says, oh no, wait up. So again, he is kicking for Reginald Wayne Mateo. Hopefully a teammate's not in the way. Misses all his teammates, but unfortunately misses the target as well. So sorry to Reginald Wayne Mateo. Hopefully you can still get another chance next time around. But again, for Lenra Gutierrez, Borlongan going high this time. Can he get it in between? No, that is far right. So unfortunately, neither of them getting the 2K for the fans. Better luck next time. Please continue to support the Philippines Football League. Brought to you by Qatar Airways. Second half when we return.
I am Carlo Durin. I'm a striker from Cagayan de Oro and I play for ADT. Nag-start po ako maglaro ng football sa Cagayan de Oro City po. Naglaro po ako sa street po hanggang sa nagustuhan kong mag-football po. Tsaka may nakadiscover po sa akin na coach, si Coach Wing po. Na-develop ko doon sa Higala FC hanggang sa may maraming opportunities na.
Welcome back to the 2020 Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. My name is Paulo Del Rosario alongside Natasha Alquiros calling this game for you. And Kaya lead ADT 1-0. Kenshiro Daniels with a decisive run after just pouncing on the mistake of Mardiano at the back. And a couple of changes here at the halftime break as we take a look at that goal again from Kenshiro Daniels. Again, a sure finish, just finishing to the lower left side of Cameral. And a couple of substitutes here. ADT in all white, Kaya in their dark colored kits. Kyle be playing from the left to right here in the second half, and ADT going the other way. Joven Bedic now in the game for Kaya FC. He is one of the more dangerous strikers. He'll come in for Eric Giganto, who was very dangerous on the side. Now, arguably, they have a more experienced striker now. Talking about Kaya FC in the lineup. Eric Gallantes will check in for Lance Ocampo, who has had a lot of joy on the right side attacking Casambre. So let's see whether or not Gallantes will have that same impact.
And of course, another substitution for ADT was Troy Limbo out and Marvin Angeles coming in for him. So we have twins on the pitch right now. Do not get confused. One of the Angeles brothers, number 8 for Kaya FC, and his twin brother is playing for ADT, number 7.
Also, if you're confused, they're wearing different shirts. Talking about the Angeles twins. Rontini trying to play it forward.
Marwin and Marvin playing the same position as well, center mid.
Well, we saw last time around talking about ADT is that after the halftime break, they just turn it up a notch. So let's see what Coach Scott Cooper has done to try and attack this Kaya FC team as they force a corner immediately. Kaya FC, as we mentioned a while ago, are wary of the set pieces of ADT because they have been very dangerous, really threatening UCFC last time around in their first game through set pieces. Can they nick one here early in the second half? Oh, Casas had to be able to punch that out. You could tell the intent of ADT there. A while ago in the first half, they were all lining up near the penalty spot. But this time around, opting to try and crowd Casas. So a bit of change of tactics in terms of set pieces for this ADT team.
Menzi getting a good head to it, but it's still in a dangerous area.
And the foot is out there for, if I'm not mistaken, that is Gallantes. Sorry, that is rather Angeles. Marvin Angeles, one of the twins. So I confused the twin for a different player instead of his other twin.
Two players, of course, are still down inside the pitch. Thankfully, Ontini gets back, and so does Amaru Angeles.
Well, Casas, now going to take the free kick here, has yet to really be tested by this ADT team. And probably if you look at the lineup of ADT, maybe they are a bit light on the forward position, considering they only have 2 listed forwards. And one of them, talking about Uzoka, is not on the field yet.
But so far, it has been quiet for Owano up on top. Hasn't really found his groove in this match.
Well, of course, Carlisle Mitchell there, who just cleared the ball away, has been a rock at the back for Kaya. Gallantes now attacking on the left side, just trying to burn Daiso for pace. He does so. Trying to find Gayoso on the left. And that is offside, unable to time his run. There is a budding partnership on the left flank of this ADT team, and that is between Harvey Gayoso and Eric Gallantes. They already had a bit of that in the SEA Games, and now they're trying to show us here in the PFL.
And now you even see Harvey Gayoso playing a more attacking role. And you could see that this ADT squad, very versatile players. They're trying to really fill in the gaps. And now you see that connection that Gallantes had to Gayoso was just offside on that occasion.
Well, you know, based on that camera angle, it looks like Gayoso may have had an argument that he was onside. But linesman said otherwise. De Broyka now being hounded in the middle and better pressure inside, talking about this ADT team. Now trying to move forward, trying to find Gallantes on the left flank. Can he get a good cross in? Mitchell closing in. He goes back to Gayoso, but as I was talking about their partnership, that time unable to really get on the same wavelength.
Quick, speedy exchanges from Gallantes to Owano, finding that 1-2, giving it through, finding Gallantes on that left flank. But his final touch to pass back to Gayoso just failed him.
Soriano with the throw in forward, trying to find Bedic. Rontini there. Gayoso trying to just shift that forward, but then the referee says it came off him. Soriano trying to play it quick, unable to do so. Custodio with a half clearance. Kind of scuffed that a bit.
You have to love the intensity and the pickup of pace of this matchup. It has been fast-paced throughout all the 45 minutes in that first half, and they continue so in the second half.
I would argue, Tash, that this is actually faster than what we've seen in the first half. In particular, the way ADT is pressing in the midfield.
They know they're 1-0 down, and they're not afraid to go forward. Again, as we said, sending more players up on top, playing 3-4-3. Gayoso playing a top role alongside Owano and Dorin.
Well, he's playing on the left side there with Gallantes now operating as a left wing back. So let's see whether or not they'll be shifting between each other. And if Gayoso can take advantage of playing up top. Again, a lot of fans have been very vocal that he should be playing at least in a front three. Better pressure coming from ADT here early on in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Gaia FC, well, it's up to them right now to weather the storm. But so far, ADT, their attacks breaking like water on rock.
And that's the thing with Kaya FC. They cannot take their foot off the gas. They have to keep going because ADT literally have just been relentless.
Carlisle Mitchell again with an assured clearance. Daizo and Gallantes going a bit at it there. Custodio trying to get the throw in. And finally does. Things are starting to heat up there, especially on that flank. Gallantes and Daizo just got at it.
Physicality, the intensity of this match is really picking up.
Trying to find Gayoso on the run, but unable to do so. Also trying to find Carlo Dorin there.
So far, ADT have been finding themselves in the attacking third position. It's just that last connection to take a shot. That's really what has been the struggle for this side.
Angeles finding Gallantes on the left. Can he find Gayoso? Not that time. Angeles again. And a whistle has been blown. Let's take a look at what happened again. Gallantes. Again, Daizo closing in quickly. And I think that's where the foul is. Just barreling towards the defender. Talking about Carlo Dorin. And this is the most that Kaya FC have been tested so far in the game. But then the one person that ADT have to test is Michael Casas, who has yet to make a decisive save here in the game so far.
Definitely. He had a few quick punches that were necessary, but in terms of attempts directed at him, not much. He has not been tested.
Yellow card there for Mardiano. Boy, it hasn't really been his game so far. Again, the mistake a while ago, and now yellow card early in the second
And a
half.
closer look at the twin brothers, Maru and Marwin Angeles, number 7 and number 8.
Again, you can only tell the difference by the shirt that they're wearing. As a broadcaster, I can tell you right now, I am very glad that they are on different teams because I'll be able to tell the difference. Well, I'm sure they want to be teammates again. 100%. Kenshiro Daniels will have a free kick here. Let's see whether or not Kaya will be able to take advantage here, but they don't have a lot of bodies in the ADT area. Carlisle Mitchell just trying to sneak in inside. Thought about it, but they said never mind. Ball in from Kaya. No one gets to it. Gayoso will chase. Rontini asking for it in the middle. Gives it to Custodio instead. High press from Kaya. These teams have been relentless in trying to get the ball in the final third. Long ball forward. Dorin unable to really claim it. Rontini tried to win it back. Custodio tries to head it forward. Well, ball just pinging back and forth now in the middle of the ADT territory.
Both teams still trying to find a clear-cut possession. Kaya FC now on the attack.
Camera comes forward to deal with the high ball. Bedic unable to get the service that's needed for him to really showcase his skills. Trying to find Gallantes now on the left side. Gallantes and Daizo have been a matchup to watch here. Angeles with a good tackle on Rontini.
Angeles and Rontini have been at it since the get-go.
Well, that has been a battle so far that Kaya would argue that they're winning. Oh, and the flick on by De Bruyke. Bedic, oh! Unable to take advantage of the misstep of the ADT backline.
Again,
And the flick on from De Bruyke.
right on him. Could have done much better on that attempt. Really, he had the time and space. There was no defender in sight. Should have had a better chance on goal. But it's been a carryover from that first game as well. He really hasn't found his groove yet in this matchup.
We talk about how lethal Bedic could be, but this time around unable to convert. That's cleared away for a corner. Kaya chance to double up here.
And it's also hope as well that that doesn't go back to haunt him.
ADT have yet to score a goal in this competition. Again, only 2 games played so far, including this one. And of course, Kaya, they've only had 2 goals so far, and they feel that they should have at least had 3 or 4. Of course, including that game against Maharlika Manila FC in day 1.
This is so far the closest matchup that we've seen in this league.
Ball in is no good. Gayoso trying to use his pace to get away, trying to play it forward. That is a good ball, but the heavy touch on the attack lets him down. Owano on the attack again, crosses inward, no one on the other side. That will go away harmlessly for throw-in.
It's great to see how quick ADT are on that transition and seeing Gayoso play a more vital role, playing in the attack, helping out on the attack. As we said, continuously they're finding themselves in the attacking third, but they just cannot connect.
Gayoso not even playing as an out-and-out forward here in the game so far. Playing, of course, in a more advanced position. Daizo, getting the better of Gallantes there.
That was sweet.
And now Gallantes trying to make up for it. They go to Soriano on the right side, and Gallantes got the ball. Referee calls a foul, though. The linesman calls a foul. And the ADT players not happy with the call. Soriano still on the ground. Gallantes was convinced that he got the ball first.
Happened right here, and as we saw it as well, he did get the ball first.
Let's take a look at that. And
The slide was the ball, and it hit Soriano just right after. You can just give it as the call of a dangerous play of a studs out slide. But then again, ball first.
Well, the referee let it go, but then the linesman was convinced that was a foul. So now all of a sudden a chance here for Kaya to really challenge this ADT backline once again.
Kaya FC haven't been so impressive on the delivery and of course taking advantage of the set pieces for them. Let's see if they're able to be more comfortable with this one.
Chiro Daniels will whip this one in, and if ADT concede here, they'll feel that this free kick shouldn't have even happened. Daniels standing over this one, a three-man wall right in front of him. You have to feel that that big man, Carlisle Mitchell, will be a target. Whip it in, trying to challenge Camarad, and Carlisle Mitchell just runs into Camarad, and it will be a foul against Kaya FC.
Another hard-on foul for Quincy Camarad. He did well. He came out big, got a hand to the ball, and Mitchell just really ramming through him.
Camarad getting a lot of good minutes here for ADT. Again, their first choice keeper was actually Anthony Pintus, who was on loan to UCFC. And so far, Camarad has had a couple of shots to deal with, has had a challenge of Mitchell in that occasion to manage, and so far so good, apart from that one goal against Kinshiro Daniels. Distributing it to the right, ADT keep it. Kaya content letting them play at the back. Long ball forward, trying to find either Durin or Gayoso. Gayoso now playing way up top, so let's see if he can make a difference there.
Again, you can see those three players up on top, Doreen, Oano, and Gayoso really interchanging positions.
Ball in, Casas with an easy task.
See a little bit of frustration from that side and of ADT and Oana really just forcing the shot there.
Casas had to deal with that quickly. Gayoso was bearing down on him. Chance here for ADT to wrestle some possession in the midfield. And as I say that, give it back to Kaya.
But look how quick ADT are on the press. Up to go long. But Fritz Bregoli does well on that occasion.
Fritz Bregoli in the center of this ADT defense has so far been very good for them. And Rontini with a late tackle, and I wonder whether or not that will result in a card. The Broika there on getting in at it. And you know what? They're friends. Off the field, they are friends, but here...
And Rontini gets a yellow card for the challenge right in front of the referee. But that's really how much of the physicality that has been demanded from the side of ADT and Rontini. Late challenge, definitely that slide came on behind. You could see a lot of frustration coming in from the youngster. Couldn't keep the ball in play.
Rontini, again, one of the standouts during the SEA Games. And thank you very much for joining us here in the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. Once again, my name is Paulo De Rosario alongside Natasha Alquiros. From wherever you're watching around the world, welcome. And we hope we're giving you the best that Philippine football has to offer. And for everyone watching around the Philippines, please stay safe. The typhoon is knocking at our door, and we're providing you a bit of joy before that comes.
Good pressure again coming out from this ADT side. continuously being able to force the errors for Kaya FC. They're just not able to transition it into goals, but much better pressure, much better on the attack for this ADT side. As Coach Scott Cooper said, this is a developmental team. And from that last game onto this, they feel like a completely different team.
Trying to attack on the right side there. ADT get a throw in deep within the Kaya territory. ADT have yet to really put prolonged pressure on this Kaya back line, apart from a good stretch in the first 10 minutes of this half. That'll be cleared away from a corner. We could expect Harvey Gayoso to take this corner with a left in-swinger. We saw a different tactic from ADT early on in terms of their corners here, trying to crowd Casas, but they revert to what they were doing in the first half here. Headed away there, and a foul. And ADT not happy with the call.
And physicality really heating up. Rontini in the midst of everything has to be a bit more careful. He is on a yellow.
Well, taking a look at that there, and at least from the referee's point of view, it's easy to see why the whistle was blown. But judging by Tasha's reaction, she disagrees with me. But regardless, Casas will... I'm not letting you have a word in, Tash, as Casas will now have a goal kick the other way.
So far, the experienced side of Kaya FC holding on by the threads of their teeth to this 1-0 advantage.
Gallantes trying to play it forward now. Trying to play it quick in the middle, but they run into each other, talking about the two teammates. And the ball will go ADT's way. Amita just held down Angeles. And Menzi just buying some time for them to get set up. Substitution here coming from ADT. You have Kennedy Uzoka coming in for Carlo Dorin. And Jerome Marzan will replace Fritz Brigoli. So an option at the back, an option at the front. Let's see if they make a difference. Now, this may be the most attacking that ADT looks, Tash, based on the personnel they have on the floor.
Another double substitution for the side of the Azkals developmental team. Let's see if the substitutes, Marzan and Kennedy Uzoka, can become impact players. We've seen that in that game earlier with Maharlika and Stallion, where the substitutes ended up becoming the goal scorers. So let's see if they can prove to be the difference in this matchup as well.
Let's see if Scott Cooper can replicate the magic touch of Coach Roxy Dorlas from that Maharlika game here. De Broica trying to push it forward. Now Uzoka trying to get on the end of this one. Using his body, trying to get Menzi, and Menzi forced to foul Uzoka.
And a good first take from Kennedy Uzoka up on the right. He was strong to get the ball. He covered the boy, and of course, he won the foul. The most important thing was he won himself a foul, allowing them a set piece in a dangerous area, and of course, having the numbers inside the box.
Gayoso standing over this one. And he's normally the guy assigned for left-sided set pieces, but then he can hit it towards Casas. This time, good clearance there from the Kaya back line, and a foul there on Bedic. Lingbo will be awarded with the yellow card there. Again, a bit of a professional foul, just trying to stop the play.
He could not read that bounce of the ball. They were able to, Bedic was able to get a turn from him, and to stop that, he just decided to give in the foul. We know how Kaya can be on those quick counters. As we said earlier in that first half, on the 15th minute, Kenshiro Daniels scored on that quick counter.
Well, Ivan Owano now on the ground, suffering a bit of cramps here. Again, conditioning will be a factor, especially later on in the competition. These teams have not been able to even scrimmage for the last 7 months due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. But now, safe in the bubble, able to have all the football that they want. And Tash, I know they're in a bubble and it comes with its own challenges. But then, you have to admit, we're a bit jealous that they get to play.
Definitely. But of course, great to see, of course, Philippine football is alive and it's back. It's well. The league has started. Something to end this 2020 on a good note.
Congratulations again to Commissioner Coco Torre for being able to come up with this tournament. And, for some reason, Tash, I feel that he's giving us a thumbs up. Somewhere around the bubble, that thumbs up is felt in this commentator booth.
But it's really going to be interesting to see in this matchup. We're towards the last 20 minutes of this matchup, and we're going to see how these 4 substitutes are doing for ADT. Can the fresh legs make a difference, or will Kaya be dominant?
De Broica getting a good ball from Bedic. What can he do on the left side now? Kaya on the attack, looking dangerous, but ADT have numbers in the box. De Broica unable to find any option. Kaya FC finally get a ball in and a chance there, but Gayoso with a good clearance or good recovery after falling.
But relentless for Kaya FC. They're still up on the attack. ADT are not clear of danger.
Well, right now, Soriano trying to look for options, gets Bedic. Gayoso trying to dispossess him. Daiso was lurking inside, but ADT with the clearance. Can they break here?
That was an important touch from Diano.
Uzoka, you can just see how he's using his body. It's a type of play that ADT have not had for the rest of the game. Gayoso now with a chance on the left side. Can he find someone? Only finds a Kaya defender. That's Casambre with the clearance. Now Bedic trying to find Daiso. ADT backline calling for offside. Nothing there. Daiso now operating against Custodio. Runs into a lot of trouble. Could not find De Broica.
But the quick transition from the attack of ADT to Joven Bedic, giving it out long. I'm not sure from that angle, but
it happened right in front of us, Tash, and a lot of uncertainty in that moment. But still, ADT played on and have yet to concede a goal here in the second half so far. ADT will get a free kick deep within their area.
so far, really, this football that we're seeing right now between Kaya and ADT, both teams that are so quick on the counter attack.
Well, very attacking setup here coming from ADT. Almost every single outfielder right now in the Kaya territory, trying to add pressure, trying to find Kennedy Uzoka. You know, as big and as strong as Kennedy Uzoka is, he ran into a challenge in Carlisle Mitchell, and in terms of body to body, was going to lose that.
But it's great to see the development, as we said, from ADT. In that first game, they were only playing on their half. In this game, you see them up in the attacking third. Can they develop later on in this match and find the back of the net as well?
Great clearance there from Gayoso. Heads up play. There are a lot of question marks again whether or not he should be a defender. And you can tell just how fluid he is playing with Gallantes, just interchanging who should be as a left back and the left attacker. And another substitution there. Owano checking out there for Jethro Borlongan. Related to JB Borlongan, who plays in UP. And I'm telling you right now that my research must have had a bit of a mistake there, trying to identify which Borlongan's which, as Jethro's now in the game. Kaya now play quickly with the throw.
I'm sure Coach Darren Hartman is watching with appreciation, seeing his players
Daiso
inside.
trying to find Bedic, and De Broica skies the second attempt. Two chances there from Kaya, unable to capitalize. ADT counting their lucky stars.
Should have put that to bed, but ended up really just sailing way over, missing from such a big angle right in front of the goal.
Let's take a look at this again. So now shifting to the right side, Daiso has been electric there. And a chance there first from Bedic and then De Broica.
And this has been deja vu. Daiso gets the ball on the right flank, cuts back. From last game, that's where Jason Panhay has scored. And now his presence is really being questioned. He played in that last game. He scored a goal. Why isn't he on the pitch now?
Menzi looking to launch this forward. Custodio with the header. Angeles trying to find Gayoso. Gallantes is up top along with Uzoka. Shifts it to Angeles. Unable to retain possession, but Diano there to clear it up. Carlisle Mitchell with a header away. ADT trying to intensify the pressure. See whether or not they can actually come up with a chance here. Being able to save that there. Thought it might go wide, but then ADT now with a throw in deep within Kaya territory. Ooh, but Kaya win that back. Can they break here? De Broica looking for options. Goes to Daiso. Daiso, great first touch, attacking Gallantes. Now attacking Gayoso, but Gayoso wins out.
Quick movements from Harvey Cayoso to quickly help out on the defense and winning back possession for ADT. This really has been a battle of the midfield area. We've been playing attacking third to attacking third.
De Broica crowded out there.
Rontini doing well on that battle.
Well, time running out on ADT here. Still a lot of football to be played, but they need to move quickly. Custodio pushing forward right now. Rontini has options. He goes wide right. Two targets inside. Gallantes tried to get behind Soriano, but Soriano able to clear that away for a corner.
Now we're continuously ADT knocking on Kaya's doors. Good effort there, finding the run on the right flank, getting the cross to that far post. But Kaya get ahead to it.
Berlongan there with a chance. Over the cross rather, unable to find Gallantes. Corner in. Carlisle Mitchell with a commanding header out.
Carlisle Mitchell, of course, really has been commanding on the back for Kaya FC. He has been key to their defense, especially in the aerial battles.
Long throw in there from Custodio, trying to find Uzoka. Oh, dangerous ball inside. Gayoso was ready to pounce. Daiso trying to clear it away. And a push there, ADT. A free kick in a dangerous position. A while ago, it was Gayoso who was able to take the free kick from there, but unable to really cause any trouble for Kaya. Let's see if he'll get a better chance this time around.
Good effort from Diano to win themselves a set piece in a dangerous area.
Right now, the challenge for ADT is, can they defeat Carlisle Mitchell in the aerial battle and get the first goal? Of course, Casas also there as one of the top keepers in the PFL. Gayoso whips it in. Casas gets a hand to it. And a chance there. Rontini heads it out. Just the wrong side of the post.
But a good sequence of events there. Gayoso with a quality delivery. Casas with an important touch. Falls perfectly for Custodio. Could have done better. And that really what has been lacking for this ADT squad is the finesse or the final touch, the quality when it comes to putting that ball in the back of the net.
Well, Custodio is used to scoring goals in the collegiate level. Unfortunately, at that time, unable to get the timing right. And chances very few and far between for this ADT team, as Bedic will be adjudged with a foul. He hasn't really got into a groove of the game so far, and the referee will have to pull that back. Played the ball a bit too forward there. Jerome Marzan will check in. Oh. Rather, Roberto Corsame for Kenshiro Daniels. Kenshiro Daniels, a goal scorer. Again, scored in the first half, the 15th minute, taking advantage of a mistake by the ADT defenders. And then running straight at Camarad with a tidy finish to the bottom right corner. So Corsame checking in for Kenshiro Daniels. A more veteran presence here for Kaya.
Kenshiro Daniels replaced by player number 21, Roberto Corsame.
Tough tackle there by Angeles.
Marvin Angeles to be exact.
By the ADT Angeles, for those still confused by Marvin and Marwin. Take a look at this.
Ball was sent back and he just went straight through Amita.
He'll be feeling that in the morning, talking about Amita.
And frustrations really building up for this ADT side. They're finding themselves in the attacking position, but the chances on goal are at a premium.
Rontini trying to find Gallantes forward. Daizo trying to find Corsame on the other side, but unable to really link up there. Custodio. Camerad. Gayoso unable to get past Corsame. Corsame trying to make instant impact here, trying to find Bedic, but cleared away. Still, Angeles now to Soriano. Kaya FC trying to weather sudden high pressure from ADT. They're full of running, and they're trying to find all the gaps. Diano, Daizo's right there to cause him some trouble, and De Broica couldn't win it back. ADT now on the attack. Angeles could not push it forward to find Gallantes. Rontini with a header. Action starting to pick up here, and the referee pulls it back for a foul at midfield.
Good effort from Rontini there. He has been strong on those midfield battles for them.
Corsame, former Mendiola product, former Mendiola player, trying to make a instant impact. Of course, a pride of Tondo. As ADT just trying to find chances here. Could not get it to Zoka. And Gayoso unable to bring it down there as well. ADT with a higher pressure. They know the time's running out on them.
But it's nice to see how consistent ADT have been on that high press. Not once have they let Kaya FC keep the ball or keep possession. They have been continuously pressing. You could see that though their goals are different in terms that their goal here is to develop, but they still want to win. They want to win, and they have a big chance of really still getting back in this matchup.
Uzoka used his body to get space, and Casas forced into a save from a tight shot by Gallantes. Gayoso high ball inside, and that is for a goal kick.
Good sequence of attack for ADT. Gallantes on that left flank, getting a shot on the tight angle. Casas had that covered. See Gallantes, really a tight angle there. Casas doing enough to send it out of danger. But that second ball from Gayoso gets another cross inside the box. Of course, linking up on that far post. They get ahead to it, but it was just off to the right.
Well, for this ADT team, they'd feel hard done losing 1-0. And you have to feel, you're asking a question, where will the goals come from for this team? Trying to shift now, trying to find Gayoso. Rontini loses out. Amita trying to push it forward quickly. Daizo's there, but Camarad comes out.
Good anticipation from Camarad to quickly come off his line and pick that up.
Angeles trying to find Uzoka in the middle, and there is a foul. ADT, some of them are wishing that they were gonna play on, but referee already blew the whistle and pulled play back.
Feel a little of the frustration that this ADT side has had. They did win that foul in the area, but if they played the advantage, Uzoka could have made that run. A lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Owen Angeles, one of the two Angeleses on the pitch, gets a yellow card, and Diano will try to whip this in from the middle of the park. Carlisle Mitchell's all over Uzoka, probably the best aerial threat of ADT. Custodio trying to shift that out, and Kaya's high press pays off. Can they get a goal from this one? Diano trying to fight Gallantes, finds Corsame instead.
Good effort from Gallantes to double up on that challenge.
Four minutes is an eternity of football. ADT can nick something here to draw level, or Kaya could double up. And by the way these two teams are playing, either could happen.
Definitely such an open game. Literally anything can happen. No one really completely dominating. We haven't seen that many chances, but both teams relentlessly going up on the attacking third of those quick counterattacks.
ADT have bodies inside, but unable to get the cross in as Kaya win back possession here. Trying to play forward now, Bedic. Trying to win that midfield battle. Retains possession. Boy, that takes skill. Amita doing a good job in the middle.
Definitely one of
Very
those
disciplined.
unsung heroes. He has been amazing with his touches, keeping possession, winning back possession in that midfield area for Kaya FC.
Casas gives it straight to Gayoso. Uzoka right now with a choice to make. Goes back to Gayoso. Corsame is chasing him. And an easy foul to call. And all of a sudden, a set piece here that ADT will try to make the most of.
That was a hard foul. That felt like an American football foul. Literally, he went for all person and no ball. You could see it from the angle. Harvey Gayoso was way ahead of him, and he just nudges Gayoso off on top of the ball.
Well, to be fair, Gayoso probably anticipated the challenge as well. Take a look at that. Just slowed down at the right moment to draw the contact. Chance here. Angeles standing over this one. A lot of white shirts in the box. Can they test Casas?
Ball up for grabs.
Gallantes misses that one. And Corsames tees that up, trying to find Daiso on the run. A sure defending there, and that should be a foul on Corsame.
Roberto Corsame is actually very lucky not to get a yellow at the moment. He was entangled with that first challenge up on top, and again now in the mid with Lingbo.
90 minutes is almost up here. As Custodio with the ball inside, Mitchell tries to head that back to Casas, and he does so. Goes to ground to take time. And the fourth official will be showing us what added time is in just a moment. ADT still trying to find a way through. Can they get some in the dying moments of the game?
You really have
Angeles.
to feel for this ADT squad. They sure do deserve a consolation for all the effort that they're doing, and the game is not yet over.
But full credit to Kaya as well for staying tight despite the relentless attacks of ADT. They haven't stopped running. They're showing their youth.
ADT quick on the possession, and as I said that they lost possession, but you could see how quick they are to try to go back on the attack. Just lacks a little bit of composure.
Referee has indicated there will be 4 minutes of added time, waiting for the official announcement from the fourth official. So still a lot of football to be played here. Can Kaya hold on, or will ADT keep on pressuring and nick something back? Daiso has just been one of the pests of the game, not giving the Kaya backline a moment's peace.
Definitely, and you add that on with the fresh legs of Bedik and Corsame. Really doing well as well for this ADT side. Their defense line have been able to hold it and dish it out. They had a slip up in that first half, but after that, going up against one of the most experienced clubs in this league.
Chance now to attack on the right side. Kaya doing their best there to contain the ADT attack, and that should be a goal kick. Into injury time now as ADT looking like they're running out of answers. I think we can agree, Tash, that this has been an improved performance from a pressure standpoint, but then the final ball always been lacking for ADT at the moment. How do you feel they can improve?
Finding more bodies inside the box. You saw it earlier, even with the crosses coming in from Gayoso. You have 3 runners, but they're all running in the same direction, all in that far post. They need to mix it up a bit. And those few chances that they did have, they should have done better to at least hit the target.
Well, for Kaya FC, they have high expectations of themselves, and despite being close to a victory here, they know that they have still work to do because they feel that they should have scored more goals. Gayoso with a great ball inside. Carlisle Mitchell again with a defensive clearance. Still, Angeles trying to find a teammate. Gallantes trying to get to it, but a crucial touch there coming from Soriano. Gallantes wins it back though. Trying to whip it in. Carlisle Mitchell with another one. Gayoso. Chance outside. Trying to cut in. And a good touch once again from Kaya. Last gasp defending, but it has been working for the men in black.
The work rate effort of these two clubs have just been phenomenal all throughout this match. They were able to give us 100% high-intensity football from the start of the whistle until the dying minutes of this match.
Time running out on ADT. Is there a late twist in the plot? De Broica pushing forward to Daiso. Daiso on the left, attacking Diano. Daiso with the shot. That just skies over.
Daiser, as we said earlier, has been a pest for ADT. He always finds himself in such dangerous situations, whether he's setting up his teammates or setting himself up, taking a shot. Shot didn't go on target, but at least found his way up on top.
Referee looking at his watch. Can ADT fashion a late attack here?
You would have hoped to see ADT, of course, take advantage of their fresh legs on the right flank with Jethro.
Angeles unable to get the ball there, but it is a foul. Shouldn't be long now. Camera going up here to take this late free kick, and an easy call to make.
And you could see Marwin on Marvin. That was a tackle between the twins. And it doesn't matter that they are brothers. On the pitch, they're enemies. And it shows that they both want to win this game.
Camarad, long ball in. Mitchell again with the clearance. He has been big for Kaya, and that will do it. 1-0 to Kaya FC Iloilo, getting their second victory in 2 tries. And for ADT, another painful 1-goal loss against a title challenger here in the 2020 Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. You'd have to feel that that man over there, Carl Mitchell, has done a lot in terms of making sure they kept the clean sheet. And on the other end, that man beside him, talking about Daiso, has just caused so many problems for this ADT team and is probably the man of the match. Isn't that right, Tash?
Definitely, the likes of Daiso, Mitchell, and Amita proved to be crucial roles, and their experience has helped them win that 1-0 victory. This was the closest match that we've seen. And again, you really have to feel for this ADT squad. They gave it their all. They went full on high pressure. They had their chances, couldn't find the back of the net, could have done better. But with regards to their effort, they've been valiant. They should have had a goal at least. This game should have ended in a draw. But of course, you have to give it for Kaya and Kenshiro Daniels for that 16th minute goal. And that proved to have been enough to get the 3 points in the league.
Well, ADT, the question for them now would be is how would they produce goals? They'll have to get it against the other competitors here. They still have to play Stallions, they still have to play Maharlika Manila, and they still have to play Mendiola 1991 FC. And will there be a twist in the story for this team, and can they go perfect all the way? We'll find out soon enough.
But the thing about ADT is that their development from that last game onto this matchup has literally beyond our expectations. And now we're seeing, let's take a look first at Kenshiro Daniels' goal. That was a difference that he made on that pitch, playing that top position, playing number 9. He took advantage of a quick counter. Ball went over Diano, could not chase. He had the pace on him, and critical, clinical finishing for Kenshiro Daniels.
Burnt him for pace there, talking about Kenshiro Daniels on Mardiano, but then that will be a learning experience. Take a look at the stats here. Again, very close in terms of possession here, as the ADT will be very happy with this one, considering the fact that they conceded so much against UCFC last time around. In fact, they had more shots and more shots on target, and this just goes to prove just how much in the balance this game was, Tash.
Definitely, and in terms of possession, 52% possession for Kaya and 48% for the ADT squad. This is the best of the best right here on the Filipino Football League, and the Azkals development team will really, they're just showing what they can do, improving game by game, and now it's really just going to be what can they show us next.
Kaya FC Iloilo fans would have felt like they could have dominated this game considering the youth of this ADT team, but they have proven to us that they are no pushovers. They've taken it to UCFC in the second half, and here against Kaya FC, they showed they can stand toe to toe. Thank you very much for joining us on Match Day 2 of the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. On behalf of my partner, Natasha Alquiros, Direct Glenn, Sadelf Tupas, my name is Paulo Del Rosario. We hope to see you again next time.